Hey beautiful people, what is up and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jamila and I love all things beauty. I love all things makeup, I love all things skincare, and I especially love sharing my tips and tricks for how to find high-end and luxury beauty products at bargain prices. Yes, we do. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, I would love if you would consider subscribing and joining the family. So today we are continuing my review of the Glamlite Happy Hour collection with the Dirty Martini palette. So this is the green one. This is actually the one that caught my eye first and the one that got me interested in the Glamlite collection in the first place. Like with the chocolate martini, it does come in this green bottle that opens up. And here is the palette. So similar to the Dirty Martini, this was made in China. You have all of the product details here. It retails for $35, but if you buy, there are a couple of bundles that are available that will allow you to get it at a slightly cheaper price if you were interested in more than one palette or the highlighters and the lip products that are included. So here is the color story. Absolutely stunning. I love green eyeshadow. Just period. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys some swatches, 2 eye looks, and then come back and give you all my final thoughts. So let's just dive into some swatches. So I'm going to go row by row with the swatches. So here we have the first 4 shades. So first up we have Dirty Martini, On the Rocks, Just a Splash, Chilled. Here we have the next 4 shades. First up, High Class, Gin, Classic, and Vodka-tini. Super pretty. Here we have the next 4 shades. This is Green Olive. Then we have Crisp, Mix It Up, Garnish. And here we have the last 3 shades. Extra Dirty, Olive Lover, and lastly, Dry Vermouth. So here you have all of the shades in the Dirty Martini palette. Okay, so these look stunning. I am really interested in putting this one on my eyes, but all of these are just absolutely beautiful and I can't wait to play in them. So let's just dive in, shall we?
Pretend it, can't pretend, oh no. Whoa. I can't pretend it, don't feel right, no, don't feel right. But I don't mind.
Okay, so we are back and this is look number 1 with the Glamlite Dainty Martini palette. Now I definitely used a ton of the mattes here, only 2 shimmers. So far, so good. Let me come in, give you guys a little bit of a close-up, and then we'll switch into look number 2. Okay, so that was my first look with the Glamlite Dainty Martini palette. Let's go into look number 2. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to go into the shade Classic and put that in the crease as my transition shade. I already love how this blends. Similar to the Chocolate Martini palette, I am really enjoying the pigmentation and the blendability of these matte shades.
You get the best of me. You get the best of me. Everything you do, it sets me free.
Next, I'm gonna go into this blue shade, Mix It Up. Put that in the outer V just to deepen things up a little bit. That is very pigmented. But it's so beautiful. Oh my god, I'm obsessed with how these 2 shades are blending together. So I picked up a little bit more product onto my brush and I am just getting a little bit more of that blue concentrated on the end and then diffusing that inward. Wow. I am loving this. Do you guys see that? Ooh, Jesus. All right, so next I'm gonna go into the shimmers and I'm gonna go into the shimmer Gin. It is a really bright green, but it has a little bit of a blue color to it. So I'm gonna go into that and put that into the center of the eyelid. Now, because of what I experienced with the Chocolate Martini palette, I'm just gonna go straight in with my finger instead of trying to apply this with a brush at all. That is absolutely stunning. And then lastly, I'm going to go into this shade, Chilled. Yes, Chilled, and put that into the inner third of the eye. I want to try that with a brush. I'm going to try that with a brush first to see if I can get, oh Jesus. These shades are so creamy.
Sets me free.
These shades are so creamy that they do not pick up well on a brush at all. So I'm just gonna go in with my finger like I should have and apply that. And I will use the brush to clean up the edges after. Okay, I am loving how this is looking. I'm going back into the brush that I used for the first shade and just gonna blend the top of everything together. Then taking the brush that I used for Mix It Up, I am going to pick up a little bit more of that product and then sweep that under the lash line in sort of the first half of that waterline. And then taking a small brush, I'm gonna go back into the shade Crisp and put that in the inner half of the waterline. And lastly, I'm gonna quickly clean off that small brush, and then I'm gonna go into the shade Just a Splash and put that in the inner corner for my inner corner highlight. So this is what the eyes are looking at like right now. Let me go add some liner, some mascara, finish up the rest of my face, and I'll be back to give you guys my final thoughts. Okay, I'm back, and this is the final look. Oh my gosh, I forgot to put on blush. Wait, Jesus. This is not the final look. I forgot to put on blush. So let me quickly do that. Or highlighter, G's and H's. Okay. Let me throw on some blush real quick. And this is the Maui Nights bronzer from Becca that I'm using as a blush. This thing is so red. So red. I don't know who they thought this was gonna bronze, but it's an absolutely stunning blush. So I have been using it as a blush. And then I'm gonna use my Milk Flex highlighter on my face. I can't believe I like totally skipped blush and highlighter. I was so excited about my lip that I forgot to do blush and highlighter. And I like to take a flat brush like this and use my highlighter as my brow bone highlight. So, just gonna tap in there. Okay, now I'm back. Now I'm done, and this is the final look. For my lips, I went in with my trusty Morphe lip liner in the shade Toasty, and then I went in with the Fenty Stunner lip paint in the shade Unveil. So you guys know the drill. Let me come in a little bit closer so you guys can see the full look, and then I'll give you all my final thoughts. Okay, so final thoughts. The Dirty Martini palette. I actually really enjoyed this palette. Like I said in my intro, this was the one that actually caught my eye first, and that's when I started looking at the whole collection because I love green eyeshadow, and this palette did not disappoint. The mattes here perform beautifully. Same with the chocolate Martini palette. The mattes are really easy to blend. They have amazing pigment, but the pigment diffuses really easily. Now, in my first look, one of the first things that came to mind in doing that look was that there is some repetition or some redundancy in this palette. I found that some of the matte green shades, I think particularly this one and this one, heck, even this one, when you put them on the eyes and you start diffusing them out, they kind of all started to look the same. So I do think that, you know, this could have been a 9-pan palette, if I'm being honest. Now, if you cover this half of the palette, I think that this is a really pretty 9-pan right here. Like, you get some greens. And what I really did appreciate about this palette as a whole is that they did include a couple of shades that just weren't green, which I think gives us a little bit more versatility. I love that this is definitely more of a blue-based kind of green color. These two shimmers as well tend to have a little bit of blue in them, but I really, really appreciated these more kind of like bronzy, olivey types of colors here that I think gives it a little bit more versatility than just being a straight green palette. So overall, I love this palette. I think it performs well. I think the quality is top notch. And I think that this is a great color story if you like green eyeshadow, but also you can get more neutral looks with this. I do appreciate that there is a chocolate green based brown in here that does give it a little bit more versatility. And like I said, you have these two more copper shades, which will give you a more neutral look. But at the end of the day, this is a green palette. If you didn't want a green palette, don't buy this, I guess. All right, so we have 2 palettes down in this series. So far, the Glamlite formula is chef's kiss. Like, I am really enjoying playing with the Glamlite formula. Like I said, the mattes, superb. And what I found with the shimmers is that they're very creamy, and I mean super creamy shimmers. They don't apply really well with a brush, and I think that's because of how creamy they are. And I haven't figured out if it would work best with like a dense brush or a more loose brush, or if you just have to use your finger to apply them. But even though I haven't been able to apply them with a brush, I do think that they work really well when applied with a finger. Anyways, that was all my thoughts for the Dirty Martini palette. If you guys like this video, I would love it if you would consider liking, subscribing, sharing. You know the deal. I love it when you guys come back and I see all of the support and all of the love, and I love you guys right back. So I have one more palette left to do. That is the wine palette, the purple palette, and I'll put up a picture here for you guys. So that will be coming soon. But as always, love you guys, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye.